LaDon J. Look here. I want to tell you today, I got my homie here, Sydney with the C. And she gonna talk about her lock journey, man. Hey, Miss Sydney, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, can't complain. It was a little rainy earlier, but the sun is out. So, yeah, not too bad.
Rain, rain, go away, come back another day.
Yeah, I mean, we need the rain, but I wasn't feeling it today.
All right, so Miss Sydney, I'm glad you joined us today. I've been trying to catch up to a lot of people, man, and spread lock awareness, make sure that they understand why we're growing them, why they're so unique, what's so special about them. You have another unique set of locks here for the camera folks. Miss Sydney, I love your locks. They
Thank
look
you.
so natural. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to hear you talk about them. But one thing I must ask you off top, how long have you been growing your locks and what made you start growing your locks?
Oh, that is a big question. This set I've been growing for a little over a year. I'd say maybe like a year and 4 or 5 months, but I've been growing locks on and off since like 2013 maybe. Yeah, so I had a set of locks that I did in 2013, and I just wanted to see what it would look like. So they were very temporary. They were super loose, and yeah, I ended up combing them out because I missed my curls. And then I did locks again in 2014 when I moved to Denver. I did started with the 2-strand twist. I did it all myself, and I let those go for I had those up until I got pregnant in like 2016, and I was all hormonal, and I was like, I need to cut it all off. So I cut them off, and like a month later, I was like, oh man, what did I do?
Should have kept them. Should have kept them.
I should have kept them, but that's the crazy thing. I did. I kept them in a bag, and so after I gave birth, I was like, we're gonna put these locks back on. So I like reattached them with a crochet hook, and oh my god, I mean, they looked all right, but pregnancy hormones made my hair thin out, and so some of my locks were just dangling. I'm like, no, we can't have that. So I cut them off, and so started this Freeform journey about 20, I think it was February of 2019. I started my Freeform journey.
So, okay, so for a lot of people that don't know about the Freeform or not really familiar what exactly Freeform is, like mine are actually semi Freeform. I started with 2-strand twist, and I just said, man, you know what? I like them looking natural, so I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do with them. So
Yeah.
I don't touch them anymore. So could you briefly like talk about what the Freeform journey is, and or what a lot of people call neglect method is with your locks?
Yeah. See, I don't like neglect because it's very intentional. It's very intentional what my hair is doing. So yeah, it's hands off. So it's neglectful in the sense that I'm not doing nothing, but it's intentional the way that my hair grows out of my roots. But yeah, so this Freeform is, just letting your hair do what it do. No manipulation, no twisting. I don't do like no back combing, no nothing. I just let them, like, this is how my hair chooses to grow out of its roots. I don't separate it. So you'll see like some of them, I got like I call them little dragon tails that, 2 formed into one. I got other ones that are like, 3 growing into one, and some are skinny, some are really fat. They like stick up and do their own thing. They like have their own little personalities.
That's awesome, man. Like
Yeah.
I love the Freeform journey, the semi Freeform journey, and that's very telling what type of personality you have, because you seem very earthy,
I would
and
say that's accurate.
very earthy. So like, talk to me a little bit about how your lock journey has helped you with your spirituality, or if it has helped you with your spirituality. Just walk me through it a little bit.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I had several sets of locks, and I feel like each set was a different part of my life. So like when I had that set when I lived in Denver, like living in Denver was like a transformational experience. I had never been anywhere like it. I had just
Beautiful
moved out
place.
of college, had $200 in my pocket. I'm like, look, this is what I'm doing. I'm just gonna pack up and go. My parents weren't too happy about it, but it's the best decision I ever made. I would do it again in a heartbeat. So I had that set, and that's when I really started to get into more of my spiritual practices and really started thinking for myself. So that was that set. And then I tried to reattach them after I got pregnant. So I feel like that was me trying to like hold on to, who I was before I was a mom. And that did not work out because, being a mom changes you.
Yeah.
So yeah, this Freeform set, it's just about me being my authentic self, like not trying to manipulate, not trying to, change the way I am. I'm just gonna show up as myself and my crazy hair. And it's, teaching me about beauty standards. I one thing about me is that I challenge the status quo on everything. Like whatever society says, like you supposed to do, that's not who I am. So in regards to like beauty standards, this is another way that I'm challenging that. And I get so many compliments from people like, oh my God, I love your hair, like how do you do that? Like I'm like, I don't do nothing. Like
You
that's the
like, I just
beautiful
wash and
thing.
go. I just,
Wash and go.
yeah.
And it's so low maintenance. And yeah, and it goes through sometimes it looks a little rough. And I'm like, oh man, I wish I could do something with this. But yeah, it just teaches me about radical self-acceptance. And I think that's the probably the biggest thing that I've learned from starting the Freeform journey.
So whenever you started the freeform journey, because I know whenever I decided to finally, separate myself from imagery as well, um, I used to be on YouTube all the time, like looking at these people talking about how to grow locks, what kind of style of locks they wanted out. Then you see the musicians and they all got all kinds of locks and stuff. So is there anybody that influenced the way that you felt like you should have the way your locks should look, or did you just decide one day like, hey, I'm gonna wash and go and I'm just gonna let it be what it is?
Yeah, I think it's more of the latter. I didn't really have anybody that, I would, watch YouTube videos of other freeformers just to see
Mhm.
like kind of, you know, how their journey progressed. And, that's what I love about freeform is that like, they don't look the same. Nobody's journey is the same. It's all different. And so I kind of looked at videos just to kind of know what to expect along the way. But yeah, I don't really have anybody who I looked up like as far as expectations of what my hair should look like. Yeah, I just, decided we're not gonna use a comb no more. And I just threw it out, Yeah, it was that simple.
Okay.